Welcome to crocodilemtg. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with crocodilemtg, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we're going to be playing Grixis Death Shadow. Our opponent is on the... Well, our opponent won the die roll. They're debating right now if they want to play or draw. They do have a Steel Overseer in their icon, so this could be Affinity. This hand is a little disruption light. I think I'm going to take a mulligan. We're on the draw, so I think that's okay. We'll see what our opponent does here. If our opponent is Affinity, I'm not really sure what our Affinity matchup looks like. I guess it all depends on the version they're playing. Alright, so we're going to take a mulligan. Our opponent kept 7. And this hand just looks a lot better than our first one. Stubborn Denial, you can go on top. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse. I was sick the last few days from this weather change. It went from negative, I think 30 last week to 60 within 5 days. And the pressure change and all the allergens out, my head's not been feeling well. So our opponent is debating what they're going to play here, I guess, or they could be getting a sandwich, or they could be doing anything. It's one interesting thing when you're playing Magic online is you just have no idea where or what your opponent is doing. They could be mastermindingly, deciding on plays, or they could be eating dinner with their family. But either way, I think our turn 1 is just going to be this Watery Grave and Thoughtseize, depending on what our opponent plays. If our opponent is on Affinity, we probably just want to Fatal Push and start keeping the damage off as much as we can. But either way, I think we're going to lead on this Watery Grave untapped. I guess while our opponent's kind of taking their time, thanks for watching. I hope to bring you guys more content throughout 2019. We're kind of going on a week-by-week basis, uploading different videos at the moment. The last 3 videos I think have been modern, so I'm probably going to try and upload some standard. I haven't tested a lot of the new standard, just because there's been a lot of questionable decisions at the moment between Wizards of the Coast and everything they're doing, and SCG seems pretty okay, so I might jump on there, play, roll. Our opponent just leads with a Scalding Tarn and passes, so we're definitely Thoughtseizing our opponent. I really hope they were getting a sandwich or something, because if they took that long to play a Scalding Tarn and pass, I'm definitely interested in what they're playing. Alright, they're playing... I have no idea. It looks like a version of... It used to be called Suicide Blue. What do I take here? The Manamorphose, maybe? This deck probably runs Phoenix as well. Yeah, I think I just want to take their Manamorphose and see what they're playing. This could be a new modern deck, so I guess we'll find out. Maybe that's why our opponent was debating the keep for so long. The deck I was referring to, that was called Suicide Blue, used to run Kiln Fiend and Temur Battlerage and Mutagenic Growth, and just Kiln Fiend's a 1/2 that whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it gets +3/+0. So it just took a lot of advantage of that. So we have a second Thoughtseize here. Do I want to get aggressive with our opponent? If we Thoughtseize here, we can go down to 11. I don't think that's that great. I think we're still going to Thoughtseize here. I just meant playing out the shadows, not great. I think I want a Blood Crypt in case we draw a Temur Battlerage. So I'm going to Thoughtseize here. I guess I should have waited to dismiss that. Our opponent may have a Spell Pierce. If they do, I feel like I want to Stubborn Denial back. Alright. So our opponent's going to Lightning Bolt us. Alright, and they're going to Gut Shot us. So now, maybe we want to play the... Alright, we're going to take Bedlam Reveler here. So we're definitely playing the Shadow this turn. So our opponent's just playing off the top of their deck. They played Sleight of Hand, so it's definitely not... they definitely don't know what they're drawing. Alright, they drew a Serum Visions, hoping to find something. But with Fatal Push, Dismember, and Stubborn Denial, I just don't think our opponent is going to be able to do much. I'm going to swing in here for 6. And hopefully our opponent just plays a creature hoping to block our shadow, and we're able to Dismember for the win. If our opponent plays a creature next turn, I'm not too worried about... I guess I have to worry about Mutagenic Growth on like a Bedlam Reveler. I think that's relevant. So we're going to swing in here. Again, I'm not really... like, I know our opponent's on like blue-red spells. I'm assuming this is an aggressive deck. I'm guessing they might have Kiln Fiend, kind of an all-in blue-red aggro deck, but they kept a non-creature hand, which kind of surprised me. So we'll pass the turn back. We'll see what they do. We never want to kind of put down this Stubborn Denial the rest of the game. Alright, so they are playing the Kiln Fiend combo. And I think we just win here. So I'm going to Dismember end of their turn. Yeah, I don't think I'm afraid of going down the 3 here. We are actually 1 damage short. Alright, there it is. Alright, so we're down the 1. We know 2 of their cards in their hand. And we're going to swing in. Alright, our opponent concedes. Game number 2. I think, so Surgical... Stubborn Denial Surgicals, I think, are good. I think I want this a Braid. And I feel like I just want to go after their hand a lot of the time. I wouldn't mind bringing in Jace here. I don't think Lavamancer's that bad either. The issue we're running into is we don't have, without Fatal Push, I guess maybe we don't want these Abrades. Maybe I'm relying too much on it. I can see bringing in one Liliana. I think I want this Jace. With this all-in blue deck, I think we just have to be really diligent about being able to kill their things. I can see bringing in collective brutalities. We don't have collective companies. Maybe I want both. I just want to be able to kill their things without them, because they're running Stubborn Denial, they're running Mutagenic Growth, they're running just all kinds of things. I just want clean answers to kill their creatures. So I think I want to cut a Street Wraith or two. Thoughtseize isn't terrible, but I don't think I want the play set. I think I want to be careful with how much damage I'm taking. And I need to be really diligent about keeping removal heavy hands. Maybe it's an Angler and a Shadow. I don't feel like we want the... I don't know. We don't want to take a lot of damage. Do these Surgicals do as much as I want them to? I guess if we're able to kill one of their threats, it takes quite a bit out of their library as far as what they can do. Alright, I'm going to cut... I don't know what I want to cut. Temur Battlerage, Street Wraith, Submit. That could be wrong. We'll re-debate if we go to a game 3. I'm just trying to think of ways we can cleanly answer what our opponent's doing, because our opponent's deck is very threatening for us. Oh my goodness. This hand, it would be great if we had a fetch land. We are on the draw though. We have a Stubborn Denial, which can counter something. I'm keeping this hand because it's removal heavy, and I'm hoping we find a land soon. Our opponent plays a threat turn 2 typically, so we'll see how that nets. A land there would have been great. So our opponent has Kiln Fiend on top. So we're going to draw. We found a Serum Vision, so hopefully we can find our land. We'll see what our opponent plays here. Probably a Kiln Fiend. Yeah. Now hopefully we just, we didn't find the land. Hopefully there's a land on top. Alright, we found a land, which is good. So I'm going to put these on top, even though we're going to fetch away immediately. We definitely want to be proactive about killing our opponent's threats. It's just way too important in this matchup. Like, we don't want them to untap because we don't want them to have Stubborn Denial. Alright, our opponent has another Kiln Fiend, but we have another... Actually, do I want to... Brutality? They might have a Mutagenic Growth, so I guess I don't. Alright, cleanly answer your opponent's threats, always. Especially against this deck. Alright, Metamorphose. I think that one is okay. Our opponent with only 2 sorcery, or 2 cards in the graveyard that are instants or sorceries, so I'm not too worried about like a Bedlam Reveler or anything here. Alright, our opponent has another Kiln Fiend. I think that's okay. What do we mill? Thoughtseize Steam Vent. Alright. So, what do we want to do here? What we can actually do is Thoughtseize our opponent and then Dismember. Or we can Stubborn Denial and Dismember. I think we probably just want to Dismember and then bait out their Stubborn Denial with our Stubborn Denial. Just get rid of it. And then we can go after their hand. Alright, so they're going to opt. Alright, and now if they don't have anything, which I don't think they do. So they have a mutagenic growth, but they have to have 2 here. Which if they pay the second, I think I just want to Stubborn Denial the second. And if they have a third, then that's fine, but alright. So, clean answer there. Our opponent doesn't have double red, so our opponent has Thing in the Ice. I think now I just want to Thoughtseize our opponent. I really want to find another land to... I'm just going to pay the 1 here. Take whatever our opponent has. Temur Battlerage. Alright, so I really want to find another land here. That way I can play out this Liliana the Veil and minus it. It doesn't look like we're going to find that, though. Do I want to play out this Death Shadow for 2? I guess I do. Because if our opponent just blocks it next turn, if they don't have like a kill spell or anything, we can just Brutality this Thing in the Ice. Our opponent could loop together something pretty large. Blood Moon. Okay, that's going to be an issue for us. Yeah, the top deck of Blood Moon was kind of rough. So I think we want to be aggressive with our opponent. So I think I want to bolt myself. Alright, we found the Dismember. So we actually have lethal next turn if our opponent doesn't have anything. And we found a Surgical. Surgical's a little bit of a cleaner way to answer. So the question is, how conservatively do I want to play? So they only have 1 red mana open, and we're going down the 4. Yeah, I think I want to go for the win here. Actually, no, I can't justify that. I'm going to play a little conservatively. I'm just going to swing in, see if they chump block. So if our opponent doesn't block, I'm just going to Surgical. What do I want to Surgical, though? Probably their Stubborn Denials. Maybe a Manamorphose. I thought they played Lightning Bolt. No, that was us. We played Lightning Bolt. Alright, so we're going to try and win here. We're going to take their Manamorphose. We'll see if that baits anything out of our opponent. They have only 2 cards in hand, so I don't feel like they can flip this thing in the ice this turn, but I could be wrong. If they have like opt-op. Okay, that's the game. Good game. Thank you so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video.